know the drill. Just gotta get chat up and running. Oh, and I need to message Shiny real quick while I'm thinking about it. Okay, Discord.
Good fortune, Hunter.
Okay. Quick Discord. That, Streamlabs, so I can set up the game capture settings. Warframe. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, Shiny. It's not working. Like it's for whatever reason, Warframe is not showing up correctly, and it should be. Oh, there it goes. It fixed it. Why did that fix it? What the hell? All right. Well, it works. That's the important thing. Um, but yeah. So you said you played a little bit of Warframe. Ugh.
Operator, Ordis is sorry
Happy.
to report that all my good jokes are gone.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I needed to find some caffeine and I couldn't find it. Huh? Why is there a red exclamation mark? Okay. Swap. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I have a new frame, thanks. Oh, let's see. appearance. Did he ever get a human form? He did not. Okay. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, that's what you said, Shiny. I saw it. You said you played a little bit of Warframe. I only caught it at the end, though. Oh, it was...
Quincy Q's getting splashed up. Class just arrived.
I really hate him. I hate to say that, but yeah. So, what were your thoughts? Positive experience, negative experience? Like, what are you thinking? Excalibur, yeah, Excalibur's a good one. So Excalibur is a really solid frame, and a lot of people pick him because he's the most balanced. And so the reason why so this is Excalibur Umbra, so he's a little bit different. But the slashing ability, that gives you ranged attacks that lets you hit multiple enemies, which is fantastic. Excuse me. That's fantastic. Radial Howl, so you can stun enemies in a circle around you. So if you start getting overwhelmed, you can just stun everybody and run. Radial Javelin lets you hit everyone around you with an AoE blast. So that, again, very effective if you're being surrounded. Or if you need to kill a lot of enemies. And then Exalted Blade lets you send out crescent blades of force that actually will go through walls. It's incredibly powerful. So Excalibur is a great frame to start with. He's a very solid frame. He's also one of the only frames without a prime, which is why they release... Or there is one, but you can't get it anymore. So, like, you actually have to run Excalibur Umbra, because that's the only prime variant that we're... that us players can get nowadays. But yeah, I can definitely, once you're feeling better, I can definitely help you get through the tutorial a little bit better. Or a little bit faster. Did she have a physical? No, she did not. What am I doing? I should actually go fucking look at that. Popular. Yeah, so who was it? Okay, so Gemini who... Oh, no. Okay, so... so Frost... Okay, so it's Frost, Nova, and Saurian. Okay. Frost, Nova, and Saurian. Let's swap. Where's... Okay, so Frost...
Serving you up a cold. Daddy's home.
Oh, don't fucking say that.
No, don't go easy on me. I'm built for the rough jobs.
Alright, where's Nova? Nova?
You are now rock. You want to see the molecules twinkle?
Oh, she actually customized her armor with, like, stickers. Oh, I don't like how, like, the armor goes into her skin, though. Ooh, don't like that. Still, that's actually kind of cool. Okay, and then it was Saurian.
Relax. I got you.
Thank God everything's alphabetical. Yeah, that's about right. And I'll worry about appearances later.
Make the kind of statement that people don't walk away from.
But yeah, I'm just going to be working on leveling everybody up. that out now. I'm micromanaging like my power system, so like okay. Blah. Sorry about that. I'm chatting with somebody on Discord right now. They're working on some stuff. I'm actually crafting a D&D campaign for them. Okay, so I need to max that out. Basically, I'm just equipping anything that's not level 30. I already have the Dexdocra maxed out. Wait. Oh, no, yeah. Okay, so this actually needs to be leveled up as well. And that's unranked as well. Cool. Okay. But yeah, Shiny, you never said your thoughts about it. Did you like Warframe? Did you absolutely hate it? What are your thoughts? Was it fun to play? What are you thinking? Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Solo. Oh, God. I don't like to play with other people, so. Very cool. Yeah, so I can definitely help you out a lot then.
The enemy is at our doorstep. You must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
Some explode when killed. We will need to strike and move.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I have Thanos with me. Or Thanatos.
We are readying reinforcements. Keep fighting, Tenno.
Yeah, Warframe is fun. Ba-da-bum. I still can't believe it's free either. Also, so like you're seeing like a frame, like I'm an end game player, like by far. So like I can slaughter through missions like it's nothing. But I'm not going to do that when I play with you because I'm going to actually be playing like frames at your skill level. Like I'm going to be playing with a slight reduction. So we will be on equivalent leveling when it comes to powers and stuff like that. So it won't be like I'm not going to be carrying you. You are going to have to be able to play. You are going to have to play, but you're going to be learning the game as you do so. Because Warframe is one of those games where you have to understand the game to know how to break the game.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave
Yeah, this is
now
boring.
or continue fighting?
I should have checked the void fissures first.
The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
And let me make sure Shiny didn't. Okay, yeah, so it's just this person. Okay, so yeah, I need to do... Let's check the void fissures, because these are usually better ways of leveling. Like the Orkin defense is good. Yeah, we'll run that. That's fine. Might as well work on some... Oh god. I do not want to do that solo. I might be able to, but I'd rather not. Now on the navigation system. Dude, are you playing now? Because if you're playing now, we can play together. Like, I will join you immediately.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
Or are you just saying that's how far you got?
Void fissures. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? We're near a fissure. Use that reactant to open a relic. Reactant is working on your relic. Find more.
You're playing now? Yeah, dude, I can absolutely join you then. Like, we can start playing, like, now. I thought you were saying you hadn't gotten there yet. So I thought you had got on it, but you weren't feeling well enough to, like, play. So I was like, oh, you know, that's fine. We can just play whenever you're better. No, if you're playing now, dude, I can join you right now. Let me finish this mission, though, and then I will add you.
You have collected enough reactant to open the relic.
Actually, what are my abilities? Yeah, lull, desolate hands. Oh, that's right. This drains energy. I forgot. Sorry about that. Oh, that's fine. Because you can just, like, if you have questions or other stuff, you can just message me on, God fucking damn it. I hate Volt. Just message me on, either on here or something similar, and, just, yeah, shoot me a message, and that'll work. I really fucking hate Volt.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
I fucking swear, if they bail... But yeah, no, you would just ask questions like on here, and I can answer you directly. Because it's easier for me to explain via voice.
We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
Okay, and I am not going to play with any of these people again. So, that's one of, like, the big faux pas. Like, don't fucking do that. So, the reason why is, so, Void Fissure missions. There are certain missions, so, like, if you look at... So, Shiny, this is for you. Also, what's your username? So, my username is, Sifferno11. So, it's right up here. So, if you want to send a friend request, you can. But I can also just join you directly. So... but yeah, just what's your username? It'll be right up here. Okay. Okay. Friend request has been sent. So you would do that through communication, friends, and then it'll be right here at pending.
Operator, Ordis has been interfacing with the Foundry's AI presets. You could say we forged a new connection.
Okay, and I'm gonna run.
All set. Service Joe weapons myself.
Here we go. So I'm going to be running a default frame. So no abilities, no extra powers. Actually, that's not true. I'm going to have 1 power, and that's because it... Did they get rid of Fatal Teleport? They did. They changed it to Teleport Rush. So did they change Ash's ability? Teleport to a target and perform a finisher. Oh, okay, so that's why they made... Alright, that actually makes a lot of sense then. So that's all I'm going to do. So we're going to do that. So that will be the only ability that I have. Actually, what we're going to also do is I'm going to do this just so you have a little bit more energy. Okay. And then weapon, I will run the Dread. But we need to run it as an empty. Throwing weapons. Ninja stars, obviously. And then we're going to run that as that. Oh, they changed how the shadow clones work. No wonder shadow clones didn't do any fucking damage. Okay. Huh. That's cool. Oh, that's actually really neat. Anyways, okay, so let's see if you did. Okay. So now what I want you to do is, so at the escape button, I want you to hit the little plus sign. And then double click on mine. Actually, first of all, click on this and go to invite only. So change it to invite only because we don't want to join public games. Then, when you set it to invite only, then click on the plus sign and click on my name, and then click on invite. Or I think double click works as well. Very cool. Ta-da! And I'm now in your game. So I am level 30, but as you saw, all of my gear is just its base stats, so there will not be any upgrades and stuff. There will be some missions where you have to run solo, though. There is nothing I can do about that. So, but yeah. So what we're gonna do is... Yep, there's so much there. Okay. Alright, so that's affinity. And then resource. Sorry, I'm going to be doing some stuff here, so give me a sec. And then we can run whatever... Okay, boom, boom. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da. No. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then... Next up is going to be this. it's Volt, isn't it? Okay. There we go. Okay. So, Shiny, here I want you to go through this list. So, look through a list of all of the Warframes and pick one. That sounds the coolest, that sounds the most neat, you know, whatever. Pick one that seems super cool that you want to try out. Oh, you might not have the market yet. So the market is like right here. Or if you have the, do you have the arsenal? Because the other way you can do it is it's back here. You do have to unlock these for the mission, though. And then you would go to swap, and at the bottom, it will show you a list of all of the frames that you can get. So, like, right here. And so you can click on them and, like, view details, and it'll show you, like, what their details are, what their abilities are, and so on and so forth. Daggeth? Okay. Now I want you to do something else for me. I want you to go to... I need you to bring up this window right here. I want you to go to Communications. And then I want you to go to Inbox. And I need you to accept a bunch of stuff. Lucifer's daddy. Dude. So, does the 7 mean that Lucifer has 7 daddies, or... No, that's a great username, though. Nicely done. Nice. Yeah, so does he just keep killing them, or... Ah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, dude, that's a sweet username. Like, I saw that. That's awesome. Good choice. Done. Okay, so you accepted all of them, yeah? Okay, so basically, what those were is to go over the list. The affinity booster is how you gain experience. That's how you level up your frames. You have a 7-day booster. So for the next 7 days, you will gain double the affinity that you're normally supposed to. You also have a resource drop. So for Warframe, you have to craft everything you make. So the idea there is that you have a 7-day booster for that. So everything will be doubled that you pick up. Then we have a... oh, my brain just went quiet on me. So the frames and stuff that you got. So the color pack will... So when you go to customize your frame, so that will be over here. When you get this, you go to appearance, you can change the colors. Normally, you only have access to classic, and you only have access to this row. Everything else is locked. However, I bought you a color pack. So you will have access to a lot more customization when it comes to your frames and stuff. Then I got you, I think, like 5 or 6 frames. Normally, you have a set amount of frames that you can have before you have to start buying Warframe slots with Platinum. Platinum is the cash currency, but you can also earn cash currency by trading with other players for free. So I'll show you how to do that. I'll walk you through how to do that. But basically, I just gave you a head start with a bunch of frames, including Dagoth. So what we need to do first is we need to get you out of the tutorial. So what does it say? What's your quest? Like, what does it want you to do? Because some of the stuff it's going to force you to do single player, but other ones will try to do... Like, I'll try to make it work for you. I'll play with you if I can, but the tutorial does have you do solo sometimes. Restore the ship's comms. Okay, so if you head over to navigation, whatever your quest is, it should show you some sort of an icon on the map where you do that at. I'm assuming it's an Earth one, but... I never like Nightwave. It's a single player? Yeah, then go ahead and queue it up, and I'll see you when you're done. Because when you launch it, it'll do that. That's okay, though. Sometimes that does, like, it happens. Warframe, like, I wish the tutorial didn't do that, but it does make sense. Yeah, so what are your abilities? Play abilities in sync with a backbeat metronome to invigorate ability effects while increasing efficiency by 50%. That's very annoying. That's fine. Pyrotechnics. Ha! That's awesome. Pillars of heat damage. Ignite even more. Increase the duration of Ripper's Wail when it deals damage. Okay. That double bonus is kind of nuts. Drive loudspeakers into epic distortion. Oh, that's neat. So backbeat timing doubles critical chance. He's just a guitarist. Rip on the guitar to make him temporarily invulnerable while healing them. Allies' weapons in affinity range are lit up with extra heat damage each time an ability is used on the backbeat and successfully hits enemies. So I wonder if while you're doing the invisible or the invulnerable thing, if you oh, so it gives you overshields. That's awesome. And then Exalted Solo. Once a charge has been built up on the backbeat, set Lizzie aflame and torch enemies with heat. That's cool. So, what's Lizzie then? So, like, does he have... Okay, so it has a name. It's called Lizzie, but... Is that an actual weapon for him? Temple, Rocket, the Riot. Let's start a riot. A riot. Alright. Well, while we're waiting on Shiny, which is totally fine, I am going to start customizing our... Alright. Oh god, yes. On it jiggles like hair, too. Like hairdo. Bad hairdo.
Let's hit the road.
I actually kind of love the idea of just... I kind of like the idea...
Okay, losers. Let's go.
Alright, calm down. Alright, so what are we going to do for him? Actually, I guess I need to figure out, like, what... Oh, I got the Stardust? Oh, because that's his. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We would run that. Don't I have the Soundwave one? Where is that? I mean, push comes to shove, I could just do Smoking Body. Or not Smoking Body, it would be, oh, where is it? Not Trickster. Trickster might look good on him. It does not. There, you can barely tell it's there. I could kind of see that, I guess, but... I could also definitely see this just, like, as a... That's not... Was I thinking of Fog of War? Maybe. Okay, so I don't have, like, the Soundwave ephemera. Actually, that's a good point. I should look and see. Do we have Soundwave ephemeras? Are there any ephemeras that I don't have? Restore the ship's comm. How do you tame the comm segment? I'm not sure. Here, let me look this up for you. Oh. Vor's Prize, that's it. Okay, give me just a sec. So the mission is actually called Vor's Prize. Here. I'm gonna shoot you something. So if you get stuck again... There is the actual walkthrough for the entire tutorial that you're going through right now. But I will go through and... Okay. That does not help. Okay, the loot and pillage. Okay. Deploys back to Earth with the intent of retrieving the communications module from a Grineer outpost. It does not tell you. Must break into a Grineer data vault and hack the console. So, it says that there should be something you can interact with, it looks like. So you have to break into a Grineer data vault. So what likely was happening is that you have to find a way to get into the vault room. Here, actually there is a way that I can... There is a way that I can help with that. Hold on. Okay. So yeah, basically you would have to get into the you have to get into the vault is the thing. That's how you do that. So what I can do is, because you're on Earth, the stuff that you're going to be going through is going to be very, very specific. So I can actually run a vault mission, and we can figure out exactly where, like, you're at. So if you're still stuck, let me know, but I'll hop on to a Earth mission right now. Let me see. So it's going to be Earth, it's going to be Spy. Exterminate, Capture, Drifter, Ironway, Interception, Cetus. Defense, Koba. No, that's defense. That's... No, mobile defense, Oro, assassination, excavation, Pacific. Huh. So it might be bugged, which I hate to say that, but don't quit out yet. Go ahead. No, you know what? Go ahead and restart. Just go back to the orbiter and then relaunch the mission, because it's possible it's just bugged out. But if you want to wait where you're at, what I can also do is I will be at the labs, so we'll find the exact one, because there could be something else going on too.
Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. The enemy would rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands. The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start
Okay.
destroying data.
Is your the thing that says A, does it look like this one? Oh, it's just a super strong build. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so there might be another problem going on too, while I'm thinking about it, Shiny. So, did you notice where it said the thing about if you set off the alarms now, you'll trigger self-destruction? So, if you're detected by enemies trying to get into the vault, you'll trigger a 30-second countdown. If you do not get to the A in time, it will actually disable.
Alarms. Data
Yeah, see,
destruction is
So, do you see where it shows that blinking 40 next to data purging? Did that show up? Okay, because I can... So, it shows bypass, so I should be able to interact here, but I'm just waiting the 20 seconds to see. So, is the room you're in, is it this one? Because it could just be broken. That is a very real possibility.
It's too late. We've lost this data.
Okay, no. So you said where it says A. And for me, when I failed it, do you see how the A is now gone? So clearly, if it still shows you an A, it must be broken then. So yeah, go ahead and extract out to your orbiter, and you just have to try it again. I don't know how you managed to find a bug immediately, but you pulled it off. But that happens on a regular basis, so don't feel bad about that. It does happen.
Operator, the communication awaits your attention.
Yep. Oh, let me make sure to go through these so I can make sure. Yep. So I already explained what the boosters are, the color pack. You got Mag, Volt, so you have the 2 other starters as well. And then you have the Feminine Fatale, which is another 3. And you have Daggeth, which also gives you some weapons as well for him. Oh yeah, no, the mission is actually broken. Because if it says that you're... Yeah, because if you're hitting the button to interact with it and it's not working, it's just broken at that point. Which really sucks, because that's a bad luck to encounter a glitch on your first shot. But yeah, it's broken. So you just have to run something else. Or you just have to try to run it again and hope it's not busted this time.
When in Cetus, do not drink the kombucha.
No, you don't have to. You can, but you don't have to, because each time you queue up a mission, it will reset. It'll like relaunch a brand new mission. So typically you don't have to close out of an entire game. You can if you want to, but it's not a huge deal, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, better safe than sorry. So yeah, that's totally fine. Oh, that just looks weird. I don't like that. Actually, the Vengeful Flame works well on him. I like that. Okay, auxiliary, nope. Chest. Huh. That is not. Okay. So, primary. Let's see. So that is definitely going to be black because I'm an edgelord. I actually like this kind of being like just the black and I like black and red. Sue me. Actually, that feels like it's a little too bright. There we go. That's better. Accents. Missive will just run red. And then powers, we actually want this to be a like that, because that is a good fire color. And so now, copy main colors. Nope. Yeah, not too different from the original, but similar enough. Oh, I love how he has now orange eyeshadow, I think. Love it. Okay, so if I were to upgrade him, what are we doing? So it's got to be in time. So we already have good energy. I feel like the Dreamer's Bond is what we would want to run, but that's a minus. So yeah, we'll just do corrosive, I guess. Okay, so shields are active, ability duration up to... I don't think duration is going to really work for him. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Hold on just a sec then. The only thing I can think of would be, can you rebind your,
All set. Service job.
hold on. Because for me, it's X. Are you hitting the right button to interact with it? Like, because that feels like it's so dumb to say. But, like... Because the only other thing I would think would be is... So it should be X. So it should be here. The interact button doesn't show up at all. Yeah, there you go. So I think there's a prompt that comes up that's a very tiny window that it tells you to hit X. But it's also very easy to miss. So that is, yeah, you're good. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is Molt. No. Headshot. No. Arcane Ramp. I guess this, because there's... That's the... No. I guess Power Ramp. That would make more sense. Okay, so how would I build this? Should I just go for Power Strength then? Vulnerability to critical chance. Ability... Yeah, it seems like... Because nothing is... Oh, wait, duration. Radius, range, max pillars. Yeah, okay, so duration and power strength, it feels like. Okay. That gives me a starting point, at least. Also, I should check the Archon stuff. Status effects from abilities that apply heat. And he only does heat, so that's awesome. Okay, ability strength. Yeah, so blind rage, of course. But that reduces efficiency, which we can deal with. But also, doing things on time increase efficiency, so that's not as big of a deal as one might think. Okay, I don't want to do transient fortitude though. Narrow-minded is duration and range. So I'll have to increase range. So we'll do that now before I forget. Grab a stretch, throw that on there. Still going to be close range, but I can deal with that. Throw a streamline on there too. Prime continuity for duration. So duration's at 245. That's restoring health with abilities, which we don't have. So that's duration again. That's adaptation. I only have 11 slots, though. That's a... No, because I don't want to lose duration. Ability range, but we lose strength. I guess we'll just grab Intensify. You finished? Okay, cool. Yeah, re-invite me, and we'll see if it'll let me actually join the, join the mission. We'll see if I can join the next one. Okay, and everything else is still set to 1, so... Oh, I just realized we have an extremely powerful... I need to remove you. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. Check your inbox again. Actually, there's something else I need to do, too. Okay. Yeah, there's something else I need to send you, though. As well. Okay, Incubator Power Core. Incubator, yep, okay. No, I forgot. So I also need to send this. Yes, yes, yes. And then there's one other thing I need to check on real quick. Okay, check and see if you got the Kavat incubator. Oh, it's mastery ranked. Okay, yeah, so I can't give it to you yet. Okay, so that'll have to wait. But yeah, let's see if we can get that next mission done. Yeah, for the Kubro. So the one thing I sent you is for your companion. So that is, the carrier will allow you to suck in items nearby. It's a mod ability called Vacuum. So it makes it just a little bit easier so you don't have to run over every single item to pick it up. And then the Kubro you'll get later on. You actually have to run a mission, and it lets you have a dog. So you can have a dog that runs around with you. Like, so this is my Kavat. So this is my kitty, who is horribly effective at murdering things. Yeah, so we get to play. Awesome. Oh, as you level up, you'll unlock new abilities with Dagoth. So.
The arms dealer is named Darvo. He's being held in the prison block on the other side of this factory complex.
You can also get stance mods, so your weapons can actually look different. Or they have different attack animations. I use something called a reverse.
How many Grineer slaves died to build this place?
Wait a minute. Okay. No, I thought that it was doing, because I set all my abilities to, like, 0, so these are completely unmodded, but I thought they were modded for some reason. Uh-oh.
This is working, breaking through. I see the shadows of your mind.
Don't let Vor distract you. Focus on the mission. It's our only hope of figuring out this link with him.
But yeah, this is your mission, so I'm following you. Oh, have you figured out how to bullet jump yet? Nice. Oh. They set off the alarm. So if they set off an alarm a second time, it actually will lock the room that we're in. So you always want to disable them whenever an alarm goes off. By the way, so do you see at the top of my screen where it shows a 200%? So if you get stealth kills, you'll actually get an affinity bonus. So there actually is kind of a reason that if you wanted to gain extra experience, you just run stealth. And you can get some pretty good stuff. Okay. So this one, this is a rescue mission. So stay crouched. Because that actually does affect enemies. Now jump up to here. Be very careful, because if you don't kill him in one shot, it's X. Again. Also, that's a bullet jump. So if you crouch and look at a direction and hit jump, you will, there you go. So now, there are guards. So, like, there's one. Now, these ones are regular enemies, but some of the guards will actually have a lot of health. And if you can't kill them in one shot, it'll activate an alarm, and then you have to rush to try to free the prisoner. Before they execute him. Yeah, there you go. So that's an example of, like, the really big guy. And so, we sneak up behind him and stealth attack. Okay, so, I'm going to show you, so we should be good. There's an enemy on the other side of the door, but I'm going to show you something real quick. So, the same way you aim, if you jump in the air and then you aim, you'll actually do a slow fall. Now, it's also important because if you do that near a wall... Oh, no, hold on. Here we go. I did it. So if you right-click near a wall, you'll actually stick to the wall, which can be helpful. Like so. So there are certain abilities that actually work for that. Now, here's the fun part. So if you're running, so one of the fastest ways you can do movement, so here's the bullet jump. So if you crouch, look in a direction, and jump, you will do a bullet jump, right? So on mouse and keyboard, what you do is if you're running and then you crouch, you'll do a slide. But then if you jump, you'll do a bullet jump facing forward. I wanted to kill him before he accidentally activated the alarm. So, yeah, but it's a run, jump, bullet jump. Then you still have access to your second jump. So you slide, jump, second jump, and then if you want to cover a lot of distance, you aim after you do your second jump. Yeah, see how far I went? But it's also kind of hard to practice like in an enclosed area like this, so we don't have to do that now, but like that's one of the ways you practice movement. It's also drastically different to play this on like mouse and keyboard than it is to play on a controller. So it might be a lot harder to do the movement thing. But yeah. All right, let's do the mission. Or if you're having fun with the jumping, that's totally fine too. I've got nowhere to be. Have fun. Now there is an enemy on the other side of that door somewhere. Do you see him? Go get him. Nicely done. Alright, so now it's a catch-all 22 of where he could be. He could be in either one of those.
He has to be here somewhere.
Okay, he must be in the other one. Okay, now, Darvo will automatically try to follow
Extraction is ready.
one player.
Your success
So it's kind of a catch-22. Nobody knows, like, okay, so he's following you. So you want to run as quickly to the extraction point as you can. If you move fast enough, Darvo actually can't be attacked because he will teleport to keep up with you. Uh-oh. Oh, the door's locked. We can't go out. Oh, wait, here we go. Yeah, there you go. Oh no, there's a bunch of enemies. Yeah, just keep moving. Oh no. He's controlling our brain. Yep, so now he's going to remove your shields.
Control your shield. We must figure out how to remove it. Avoid taking damage while I try and block him.
Ah!
That was a close one.
There we go. I fell to my death, but it's fine. Sai, my mastery rank is only 30, but I could easily have been a 4 diamond. It's just I take yearly breaks from the game because it just the grinding kind of drives me nuts. Like Warframe burned me out of any game that has me do heavy like grinding because I've played it so much and I did so much that it just I don't like grinding games anymore. So like I'll play Warframe for like a little bit. Like, if I have somebody new to play with, I'll usually help walk them through the game, get them started. But I'll take, like, yearly breaks until something really big comes out. But even then, I don't necessarily want to play it because there's so much grinding to be done. But yeah, so my MR is 30. Nice! Cool. So yeah, head over to the arsenal, which is back here. And you will go to Daggeth, hit upgrade, and this is your mod skill. So, because Daggeth is a frame that I bought with Platinum for you, you actually have something that not every frame has. So if you go to Actions, you have an Orokin Reactor installed. So normally, the way that the mod pool works is that whatever your mastery rank is how many mods you will have available. So if your mastery rank is 0, you're going to have 0 mods available. If your mastery rank is 1, you're going to have 1 available. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, so on and so forth. Now that is just a flat tied to your mastery rank. However, as you level up your frame, you will unlock mod slots. So if your Daggeth is level 7, he would have 7 mod slots. If your mastery rank is 7, though, you would start with 7, even if your frame is level 1. So for me, I have a full 30 mod pool no matter what. But because you have an Orokin Reactor installed, because it's a purchased frame with Platinum instead of building it the normal way, it's doubled. So you have 14 mod slots available. So that's something important to remember. Just because when you build your frames normally from this point on, they are not going to have an Orokin Reactor installed. You're going to have to either pay 20 Platinum for it, or you're going to have to build it the normal way. So that is a factor. But yeah, and then so modding your frames can do a lot of different really cool stuff. It comes down to like what you like to do, what you want to do. But yeah, if you have any other questions about stuff, let me know. I'll go ahead and tell you what like the abilities do as well. So duration. So if you look at an ability like Smokescreen. So Smokescreen drops a smoke bomb that stuns. But do you see where it says duration 12 seconds? So duration only affects how long and the energy cost of toggled abilities. So if I push an ability and it just stays on, duration will reduce the cost of how much it drains per second. I think efficiency does as well, but so it just makes it last longer for abilities. So if I have an ability like this one, so Blade Storm, so do you see where it shows no duration at all? and it's not a toggleable ability, duration does nothing for this ability. Efficiency just makes it so that abilities cost less. So when it says 100%, it's not saying... So here's the other thing you need to pay attention to. Warframe is multiplicative. So, or it's not like 100%, 200%. So what it's saying is that, so like Bladestorm costs 12 energy, right? So if I were to drop this, if I were to drop efficiency to, or if I boosted it to 200%, that would not mean that my abilities cost 0. It would mean that Bladestorm would now cost 6 energy instead of 12. So it's all, it's a percentage of whatever the original value is, and that's very important when you start dealing with critical effects and stuff like that. Range is how far an ability works for. So if you have an ability like your the spinning the wheels for Daggett, if you want them to go far, you want range on there. I think there's really only a couple of mods that do with range. One of those is Stretch, which I will give you later on. And then Strength. Strength makes abilities do more. So if you have a buff, it will make the buff stronger. If you have a damage output, it'll make the damage output higher. Stuff like that. So Strength is going to be like just how you do damage overall. And if you have any other questions, just shoot them over through the chat, and I'll do my best to answer. It's complicated, but honestly, it's not too bad. Like, once you understand the system, you'll start learning how to break it. Bada-bum, bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I'm going to switch back to this real quick. Because I didn't realize they changed how shadow clones work. Critical chance is 5 and status is 5. That's horrible. Like, they really fucked that up. Oh, speaking of which, I also need to do that. Okay, so this is melee, so... Yeah, on base critical hits, which is pointless. At 5%, it's not going to happen. Actually, I think that would work really well. And then, let's see. Huh, that's a thought. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Crit yeah, it doesn't matter. So it's crit is completely worthless. We just want damage, and that's it. So everyone runs status effects. Yeah, that's only 16%. So that was what, 220, and then 111, so it could do up to 440. So it's still not good, but %, 135 just to boost damage. Yeah. Status effect, so it's pointless. We can boost... Oh my god. 100% finisher damage boosted it from 5 to 26,000. That's crazy. Do I want to do reach? That's a complete waste of time. 2 extra meters. Yeah, well, fuck that. Ooh, that could be fun. Galvanized reflex. Yeah, these are completely worthless. Status chance, nope. Heavy attack efficiency, no. Crit damage. Yeah, that would be a good idea, just to boost, like, our crit damage. Because with Ash, I mostly use melee, so... Yeah, crit damage for Organ Shatterer. So if I get a crit, it'll be that. So I guess at that point, I almost feel like it might be worth doing that, just because if I do get a duplicate... Oh, wait a minute.
Ready to kick.
I can immediately polarize it. Let's see. So what costs the most as of right now? That would be Covert Lethality. So yeah, that'll drop the cost. So yeah, now we're up to 17 again. Shiny, are you still there? Are you okay? Shiny is sick, so it's possible that they're taking care of stuff on their end. That could be fun. Organ Shatterer, yep. Yeah, so we already have True Steel. Okay. Nope, just making sure you're still okay. You're good. Have fun. It's customizing the appearance of stuff, like, that's where they get you. That is where they absolutely get you. Is through that. Like, because you have to customize your stuff. You have to. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to be horrible. Like, horribly effective. Wait a minute. Why did it drop from 3 to 2? What happened? No, okay. Oh, whoops. Here, let me change my power set back to what it was, so I don't bring a super powered frame. Okay. Oh, also, so as long as you stay within a certain range of other players, you will actually gain affinity or experience for my kills as well.
I was afraid of
So
this. The Grenier
generally the
Empire
rule of
cannot
thumb
find
is
any
if
sign
you
of
want to
the
get
colonists.
experience
Still have a
for
job
my
to do.
stuff,
Find
or for my kills, we want to be in the same room, give or take. The other thing I was going to tell you is that you raise your mastery rank by leveling gear from level 0 to level 7 or level 30 for the first time only. So if you don't have it leveled past that point, so if you do a forma to reset your level to get like better stuff, it won't count. But it's your first time only. So, oh, you have the chain sort. That's such a fun one. Okay, yeah, but let's run.
Their love will return when I deliver you to them.
Tenno, are you there? The signal cannot be boosted any further. Hurry.
Nice. I think they changed how melee combos work, because didn't it say, like, I'm supposed to have, like, plus 60? Or I should have a bunch to my initial melee combo, and I don't think I do. Because it's only showing a 1. Oh, of course, because it's not on this weapon. I'm a moron. Oh, wait. Sorry. I got distracted. Gotta follow the yellow dot. My bad. Yeah, your Daggett looks cool.
Your ship is
Very
one step
edgelord,
closer to
black and
completion.
red. Like I have room to talk,
There's
though.
one more thing you need to do. Eliminate all Grineer and provide justice
All right.
to the colonists.
Well, you heard him.
Soon the worm will be in your spine, and I will control this warframe of yours. I will purge your doting mother and bring you home.
Ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Okay, there we go. 30 enemies killed. Nicely done.
Another job well executed.
So we're almost done. I think there's like 3 more missions to go. Because we have to install the foundry segment, then we have to farm the items to build the whatever it is to get rid of the thing on your leg. And then we have to go kill Vor. And that's the end of the tutorial. Speaking of which, before I forget, you need to go to, hold on. So while you're taking care of your stuff, there's something you need to do. Yes. Okay, so on your phone, go to Warframe, the web page. So it's just warframe.com and log in. And you're going to want to log in because you're playing on Xbox. Log into Xbox. And then from there, your account is good. Like because you'll be logged in from there. And that will allow you to transfer your saves from Xbox to Steam when you get your computer up and running. But make sure you log into the website at least once, or else you might have some issues later on.
Operator, Ordis has determined the secrets to happiness.
Actually, I kind of want to check.
Heightened dopamine levels and a terrible memory. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah, so crit chance, crit multipliers, status effects. So, yeah, that's all fine. But I actually kind of want to see, because that's status effect, which is not bad. Sacrificial steel is 275. Pressure, 112. Isn't there a better pressure? Yeah, this better. Yeah, so I have status really built up. Right. Yeah, I remember why I did this the way that I did. Because I could remove some of the status effect stuff. But... Or I could lower the crit damage, I guess, but... Oh well, it's fine. Okay, so we're going to put that back to Blind Justice.
If I may say,
Go back to
operator,
3.
your chosen Warframe suits you.
Ha, ha. Actually, I also kind of want to run, I'm going to switch. Actually, I want to use the new frame. I want to use Temple. But we're going to do... Oh, no. Upgrade. Because we're going to run basic frame. How many mods do you have on your Daggeth? Yeah, we'll just do that. You have 6? Okay. So I'll throw one of my mods on then. Primed flow. But yeah, no, that's good. And then he had a new weapon too that I need to work on leveling. So was it a secondary that was his? Oh yeah, because it was the Grimoire that it was like, hey, you need to equip this. Yep, that's the one. Okay, and so these are both unleveled, so there are no mods there. And then weapon-wise, I don't know what he would use as a primary weapon. How metal can you get? No, we're not going to use a... I mean, that would be meta as fuck, but no. Sorry. I'm working on this. trying to think of like what would a punk rocker use for their melee weapon out of what I've got. I can't really think of anything. Like nothing really works for like, oh. Yeah, that's pretty fucking meta. Okay, upgrade. So yeah, we'll switch over to configuration B. But we are going to set our stance. Alright, that'll be fun. Yeah. Okay, so this is fun. So this is a sabotage mission. But they're not telling you it's a sabotage. So sabotage missions will normally have a set goal that you have to do. But there will be items hidden throughout the stages that make it so that that's how you do, that's how you find stuff.
This outpost is host to several rich supply caches. Raid the caches and take what you need. This outpost belongs to the Corvus, a secretive but extremely powerful merchant cult known to be working with the
Oh, that's awesome.
Darvo will fill you in.
Legions of robots, mindless
That's sweet. Okay.
freaking lasers. These guys are bad news, but they're all good, which is
Okay.
why you're here.
Oh, he nods with the metronome. Okay, that's kind of neat. Yeah, but so the little like heat seeker signs, they are telling you where to go. Also, this is your first chance with enemies. So different factions are going to have different abilities. Like in our case, we've been fighting the Grineer up until now. Grineer have a lot of armor, which you get through using corrosive damage. Now, that's not the only thing though, because you also have so now we're facing off against the Corpus. So Corpus have high shields. So you have to eat through their shields before you can take out their...
One down.
Okay. I wanted to get a full charge. Because I want to see if it, like, fades away. Oh, it must be up top. Okay, so when you're doing a sabotage mission, that is the sign of a cache. Now, caches are going to be they're going to be loot boxes. So they're going to look like whatever faction you're doing. So they're going to look like these. But did you notice how the symbol on that is blue and the one on this was white? That is a sign that that is a cache. It will always be in a separate place. It'll be out of the way. There's not normally a loot box here. So that'll be the way that you can kind of find where these sabotages are. But these are going to be very in the open for this mission. Normally they're hidden. So like they would be somewhere like up here, for example. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, we have to go this way.
I can hear fight music.
I fucking love that Temple is just a glam band guy. That's great. Okay, so now, that security camera, if it sees you, it'll create an energy barrier across doors that you cannot leave through. Or you can, but it'll do damage. So. Oh, somebody fired off an alert.
Sayonara, honey.
Ranked up Lizzie +1. So you can get Lizzie. Oh, it must not have given me the option to upgrade because I don't have it unlocked, or... Weird that Lizzie is like a thing, but you can't mod her.
Good work, but you're not done yet. Find the next cache.
All
You
right.
almost have what you need.
Let's go.
I feel like kind of base this off of like Cyberpunk, almost to a degree. It feels very Johnny. Okay, see? It sees you, energy barrier. You try to walk through it, it does that.
Time for extraction. You've got all you came for.
Okay, so his bullets explode.
The Ascaris has reached your mind and rendered your lotus mute. You will return to me over your own free will.
Also, if you land a slide before you, if you land a slide before you land from a high distance, you actually avoid the stagger effect. So it gives you an extra couple of seconds. Today's Monday, I think, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so now it's going to want you to go craft the asterisk, or whatever it is. So you head down the stairs, and your foundry is right here. I'm going to check something real quick. Yeah, so we must be able to mod Lily. Or, Lizzie.
Operator, were you visualizing a bloody battle?
Me too.
Okay. So yeah, now we get the nav segment. Oh, that's right. Yeah. We need the nav segment so that we can find Vor, and then we go kill Vor.
The systems on this Grineer Galleon can be made compatible with your ship. Find and extract a navigation segment.
Oops. Okay, I wanted to get a full charge. Sorry.
You have murdered my sons and disgraced me before my queens.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But soon, the Ascaris will complete its task and bring you to me.
Wait, didn't we remove the asterisk already? Why is he still saying it'll bring him to us? Oh. Clean in half. Oh yeah, you can see his spine through the center of that meat. There's the brain. Ugh. Ah, okay. So here, stay in this room, like, kill stuff that comes after you, but... So, remember how I said sabotage stuff can be hidden sometimes? Here's an example of one of the rooms that it can be hidden in. So, like, one of the caches could actually be, like, up here, for example. So it could just be sitting, like, on this wall over here, or... So, like, there's actually a lot of secret areas hidden around Warframe levels that you can find. You don't really get rewards other than, like, extra loot boxes, but it can be fun to just sometimes explore levels and stuff. But if you're going to do that, do it solo, because a lot of people try to just speedrun everything, and they'll actually force you out of the mission. Like, you can't stay in a mission after... I don't think you can, anyways. I thought you could, but... Oh, this is actually one of the... Okay, so... Okay, so... This room, right here. This room only appears in Grineer missions. Grineer, where we're on, like, one of their ships. But this room is one of the best farming places in the game for Affinity if you're going long haul. Because enemies can't jump up here. The only way that they have to come at you is across this bridge. So, if you have a strong enough team, you can actually just sit back here and cast powers or shoot down the alleyway. But, in a 20-minute mission... I've actually gotten more experience sitting here at level 9 than I have anywhere else in the entire game. But you have to have 4 players, and they all have to agree to camp over here. Assuming you also get the mission, which you don't always get this level, or this map. Oh, wait. So, okay, so it's up to you. So, we have, were you paying attention to what she said? We have an optional mission, so we can't extract right away. But the Grineer are going to target innocent, like, colonists. So if we want to go help them, we have to go to the yellow marker. But if we want to just continue, like, if we just want to end the mission, we head to the extraction point. This is your mission, so I'm following you. Whoa. Oh, this is another fun one. All right, Lizzie. You can stop that at any point.
Took one out.
Okay, so this is your first example of an actual sabotage mission.
You've reached the ship's power systems. Destroy the reactor.
All right,
Destroy the fuel
let's go
injectors.
shoot them up. Okay, so now, because the power thing exploded, normally what will happen now is there are going to be hazards that exist. But we should be good. I don't think they show it yet, but there's like, usually on sabotage, depending on how you choose to sabotage it, there will either be fire or ice scattered everywhere. Oh. Yep, see, here you go.
Anyone else
So
see
yeah,
what I'm seeing?
there's actually fire. So make sure you don't run over those or you'll set yourself on fire.
Someone take a look.
Which is, it's not a big deal, but it at higher levels it can strip you of your shielding, which can just kill you. All right, I have to admit, Lizzie is starting to grow on me.
Admire your noble intentions, Tenno, but you must survive for the future
All
of the
right, so
system.
that's level 3. Alrighty, let's go kill Vor. So this will also be your first example of an assassination mission. So at this point, you will have encountered every single type of mission that can exist in Warframe. There will be sometimes different variants. They'll be harder, some will be easier. But you've encountered pretty much every single one. I think you might not have done defense, maybe? But I think you've done almost everything.
This is our chance. Vor has been stripped of his elite guard. He is vulnerable. Take him out.
Alrighty. Yeah, let's kill this son of a bitch.
I could have saved the Grineer, but they cast me out. Maybe it's not too late to draw your divine blood.
Your divine blood. Yeah, you can do some pretty crazy movement stuff. So actually, I want to show you that. So if you're looking straight ahead, oh yeah, let's good job. So if you're looking straight ahead and you jump in the air and you do melee, you'll do a melee aerial attack, and you can kind of do melee aerial attacks while you're in the air. However,
We got hostiles.
if you look at a downward angle, you'll actually shoot forward and do a ground slam. So, like, there you go. And so, if you go really high, like, so if you do a jump thing up, and then you angle it right, you can actually do an aerial dash. So it lets you cover terrain really quickly if there's a lot of height difference. So, like here, jump up as high as you can here, and then aim, like, over there. I'll keep the enemies off you.
Can we get a security check over here?
Yeah, but we can also play around with the physics later. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I can just add in an extra level of maneuverability. Like, you can get used to traversing the terrain. Right, Lizzie? Okay, so now there is a chance that he will actually drop a weapon blueprint.
One way.
Target acquired. Take them down.
For my queen! Strike through the Brenier!
Tenno, look. The Ascar's detonator has just disintegrated. It's as if it was directly connected to Vor. You're done here. Go to its
Oh, that's right. You disable the integrator, but he sets it to explode on you. That's actually really fun. Like, I don't like the timing thing, but I guess you don't have to do it. It just costs you more energy if you want to.
They're gone.
Very cool.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Thunk. I forgot. So did he drop a blueprint for you? Or did you just get the cuz you can sometimes get his cutlass or his pistol. But it's not a guaranteed thing, and you can get them later. You can't get but sometimes you can just get them early.
Tortoise went mad for 3 milliseconds when he realized that each time he cleans something, he makes something else dirty. Ah, there I go again.
There I go again. Oh, I was hoping we'd have Lizzie. A Lizzie Sawson. Ah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But from here on out, you're basically done. So you will have, so if you head over to this area on the map right here, or this area in your ship, the tutorial is now done. So the game at this point kind of just cuts you loose without any explanation of what to do, how to do, when to do, why to do. So what you want to do is you want to head over to the codex. Hit X on the codex, and then head to quests. Now, quests will give you access to, you want to do the main quests, but then you also have side quests and Warframe quests. So these will unlock various Warframes. Generally, you're going to be locked level-wise. So that's going to be how you deal with, so just look at the level quest and see what's next for you. I don't know, and if it doesn't show anything, then we just have to boost your level up, your mastery rank, which I can absolutely do. He looks awesome. I do kind of want to check something, though. I actually really like that. Because it almost gives like a...
As ready as you will ever be.
like an air of like not real to the character. I don't know. I love how that looks. I love how like it makes his hair look too. Like almost like a prismatic. Vox Solaris. Yeah, so there's going to be missions that are going to require you to do certain prerequisites. Are there any missions that you have that are just available? So, like, when it says prerequisite required Vox Solaris, so you have to have completed Vox Solaris to do this other mission. So are there any missions that you have that you can just do now that don't have a prerequisite? Because you just did Vor's Prize. Because I think, like, the Archwing quest is going to be pretty soon for you. And then there's going to be some side quests that are going to be available for you, too. I hate this one. Whispers in the Walls. No, wait. It wasn't Whispers in the Walls. It was Chains of Hera. I hate this one. Rap, tap, tap. Complete the Venus Junction. Okay, yeah. So, head over to your navigation. So, what it's talking about is the Venus Junction is over here. So, if you look at the rewards, you get some mods, you get the Taxon Blueprint, you get an Orokin Reactor, Dreamer's Bond, you get 500 salvage, so you get some good stuff. So, basically, wherever you're at, you have to follow the lines. Now, it is worthwhile noting that there are actually two variants of the game. So there's the Origin System Normal, which you complete through playing the game normally. And then there's the Steel Path. So drop Resources and mod drop chances are boosted by 100%, but enemy level is increased by 100%. Their health and shields are increased by 250%. So it's a much harder version of the game, but you get a lot more rewards for it. So, it's worth keeping that in mind. But so, what you could do is just make a beeline for these very specific missions. Oh no, you have to complete Once Awake to clear Mars. So you can't do that yet. Oh no, you have to complete the Mercury Junction and then visit the Codex and the Orbiter. Yep. Okay, so yeah, we need to make our way to the Venus Junction. Now, it is a single player mission, so I can't bring you to it, but I believe one of the ways that I can kind of cheat it is, okay, so where do you have available? Like, so there's the Mariana, there's the Mantle, there's Gaia, Cambria, and then Venus Junction. What do you have? Yeah, oh, it's going to be a single player mission, but if I can clear Gaia for you, or if I bring up Gaia, you should be able to just, or if I bring up Cambria, you might be able to jump straight to the Venus Junction. I'm not sure. Also, it wouldn't hurt to do a quick leveling mission before you do the Venus Junction, so that's probably what we're going to do. Can you run the Venus Junction right off the bat? Like, do you have it unlocked? Oh, okay. Yeah, then go for it. And then once you're done, re-invite me. I actually kind of like this. Because it's just a minigun. Oh, right, because it's the chamber mod. Definitely shred. And then... Fire rate is below 2.5. Yeah, that's nuts. Cetus and Lilith? Yeah, so that means that for both Cetus and Lilith... Yeah, nice. Yeah, so Cetus and Lilith... So if a node is blinking blue, that means you haven't completed it yet, and you need to. So yeah, just reshoot me an invite, and so it's gonna come down now to what you want to do. So you definitely, so when you and I aren't playing together, you should absolutely just be clearing every node on a planet that you physically can, because you want to get into Steel Path quickly, or as soon as you can. It's not a huge deal. So you said Lilith, and yeah, so we have a couple of different options. Either we can continue working on clearing out Earth, or you can save that for later. Nodes are these. So like Gaia, Lilith, Eurasia. We just call them nodes. So we can work on finishing off Earth, which I would recommend you do that on your own time. Or we can start working our way through Venus to get to Fossa, which then will unlock the Mercury Junction. And that will give you the new quest Once Awake and the Howl of the Kubro. But as you can see, unlike the other one, we actually have very specific missions we have to do. So, like, we have to complete Vox Solaris. We also have to do 6 waves of defense at Tessera, which is... where's Tessera? Here. So we have to do Tessera. E-Gate? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, mobile defense. That's going to be interesting. So looking at where the next junction is important. But we can kind of speed that up because I can run those specific missions for us. I can queue them up so that we can queue them even if they're out of the way. So it's you can kind of metagame it. Alright, max charge. But yeah, it is worth noting that the missions will get noticeably harder, like shoot, what are they called? No, you were right, it's this way. The junctions. That's it. The junctions will get noticeably harder. Ciao, baby. Yeah, I love that. Oh, we missed one. Alright. Technically, we don't have to, but the map is going to highlight that enemy, so we have no idea where the direct pathway is. We could just continue on, but, like, this always pisses me off. So, like, my OCD is like, no, there's a highlighted thing. We have to do this because you missed it. Yeah, there you go. And apparently the enemy died on their own. Oop. Hiya. Oh, he's still alive.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors.
Nice. Double whammy, killed everything. Ah, so that was an Eximus unit. So Eximus units are much stronger. Nice. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. I was distracted by the amazing shred I just played.
They're gone. You assholes want to burn?
Oh yeah, I did not do that very well. Ba-da-bow. Temple is actually kind of fun to play. The timing thing can get kind of annoying, but it is fun. He is fun. Okay, so we can't go that way. So how do we get in there? Oh, we don't go up. It's down. That's, you know. Altitude is always a problem. Okay, so now, this is actually an important room, because I'm going to show you something. It's not really a problem now, but in space, with Corpus ships... Okay, so do you see this over here? Anything explosive will explode, and it'll actually damage the walls of the ship. All of the atmosphere will explode outwards, and you'll be locked in this room, and your shields and health will steadily decrease until you actually activate the... Where is it? You have to do the alarm. Yeah, it's over here. So you have to activate the alarm, and then you're able to leave. But if you don't do it before then, you're kind of just SOL. Like, it will kill you eventually.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction. Another job well executed.
Only level 6. Okay. So let's see. So I believe the next... So now that E-Gate is cleared, we have two things. So we can go to Fortuna, we can go to Tessera, or we can go to Kilkin. So now Fortuna is actually... Ah! Okay, so I am going to show you something. So, real quick, don't click on that yet. So head back to Earth on your map. So at the very top left, you see where it says Strata Relay? So normally you would have to clear the Mars junction to get there, but I should be able to bring you to the relay. Yes, so I can bring you to the relay. Okay. Now what I want you to do is bring up your menu, hit fast travel, and go to Cephalon Samaris. And don't worry, all of this stuff will be explained, like, you will encounter it later. So then head to the right, and you'll see me over here. Okay, so it right here, hit X on the mastery rank test. Oh, here, I'll leave the squad. But don't run the actual test. Do the beta or do like the trial. Try it out first. Because if you fail your mastery rank test, you can only take the test once every 24 hours. If you fail, you do not get to do it again for a full 24 hours. Now, you will still gain experience. So, depending on how much you grind, you're going to be taking it mastery rank 10. You'll hit mastery rank 10 in like no time flat. But do the trial to make sure you can clear it first, and then run everything else. And then actually run it. But you can also access this menu through the does it give you the option to try it out first? Like, you should have like a beta or a trial or like a base. It doesn't. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, go ahead and just run it, because the low mastery rank tests, you should be able to handle them without like too much of a problem. For the first few mastery tests, it's just kill a certain number of enemies, so you should be good. $28, $29, $30. Yeah, so my next test is this. Yeah, I've got a ways to go. And you do get some extra tries too, so. But, okay. Nice, congratulations. So yeah, go ahead and hit escape, so bring up this menu, and just leave the relay. Because for right now, there's not a whole lot to be done here. I just wanted to show you, like, for future, when you do have the relays unlocked, that's where you can go to kind of, like, test to see if you can take the trials. But you can also access it straight from your escape menu. Actually, the more I see this ephemera, the more it kind of freaks me out. So yeah, if you want to send me another friend request or invite, there you go. Thank you. Beat me to it. I need to change that because that's kind of weirding me out. We'll go back to Vengeful Flame. And okay. So yeah, so looking at the Mercury Junction, So we do need to speak to Educio in Fortuna, and we still have to do 6 ways of defense at Tessera. So it seems to me like if we're just going to try to speedrun this, we need to go this, like along that upper route, and then hit Fossera, and then over to the Mercury Junction.
Operator, do you know?
Hold on. Okay, so this is a defense mission, right? Yeah, okay. I'm going to switch real quick. Because I don't like this frame as a... Well, actually, no. You know what? We'll stick with them. It's fine.
The enemy is at our doorstep. You must
Okay.
defend our equipment.
So now, we do have a little bit of time. So if you're playing a defense mission,
The Corpus are just a cult.
there will be a... So around wherever the defense objective is... Here, don't actually go towards the yellow marker yet. Here, jump up here. And then come to up here. Okay. So, do you see that blue ring over there? So, we can go up to it, and as long as we don't cross it, the mission won't start. There is a time delay, so if you wanted to wait for other players, normally you would just sit back here and wait for the objective to happen, or for 4 players, and then you would run it. 4 players means more enemies, which means more resource drops, which means better grinding. But because it's just the 2 of us, we can start the wave at any time. And yeah, the goal is just kill stuff. Now, defense waves, some people like defense waves for leveling because it forces players to sit together, which means that everybody shares affinity to a degree. But the problem is that there is a set number of enemies per defensive wave. So that means that there's only so much experience you can get. Whereas something like Survival, where there's an infinite number of enemies, you can actually get, if you have a good killing team, you can get experience way faster.
Move and strike.
Also, did you put a vacuum on your Sentinel? Okay. Now remember, we have to do 6 waves.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
So defend the target 3 waves. So we have to do 1 more and then we can bail. Each successive wave obviously gets harder and harder and harder. So there will come a point when you're trying to farm where it will just make more sense to either quit and then restart, or it kind of comes down to what you want to do, because there are certain rotation waves. So the next time it gives us the choice to extract, look at the bottom where it shows the rewards you can get. Certain items, certain parts, certain blueprints, certain frames will only drop from certain rotations. So there's a very good chance that we might have to run multiple times, multiple things. It depends on what you're trying to get. Oh, Lizzie hit 10. Yeah, you've got that. Okay, so Grineer will have there's a specific type of enemy that they have called an Oxium Osprey. You want to always kill those because they will try to suicide bomb you. And if they do, they won't drop the Oxium, and you're going to need Oxium. And it's one of the only ways to get it is from those specific enemies. So make sure and go grab that before it disappears. What the hell? Where did they get stuck on?